Antoine Lavoisier found that mass of reactants before a chemical change was always equal to the mass of the products after a chemical change. This is called law of conservation of mass. Mass is neither created nor destroyed in a chemical reaction. For example, if 1 gram of hydrogen combines with 8 grams of oxygen, then 9 grams of water produced. That means mass neither created. 1 gram plus 8 grams, which is 9 gram, and that amount of 9 grams of water produced, which is equivalent. Consequently, 3 grams of hydrogen combines with 24 grams of oxygen to produce 27 grams of water. You can see 24 plus 3, which is 27 grams reacted and produced 27 grams, which is equivalent, which also follow law of conservation of mass. Now, if 50 grams of water decomposes to produce 45 grams of oxygen, how many grams of hydrogens are produced? So we have total 50 grams and it produced 45 grams one component. What is the other one? So when we subtract, we can find the remaining one, which is 5 grams of hydrogen. Now we'll talk about potential and kinetic energy. Potential energy, PE, is a stored energy. It results from position or composition. Kinetic energy is the energy of the matter that has a result of its motion. Energy can be converted between two types. For example, a boulder at the top of the mountain has a potential energy. If you push it down the mountain, the potential energy is converted to kinetic energy. Here you can see this cannonball, when it shoots in air, the potential energy is maximum at that point and kinetic energy is minimum. And then at this point, kinetic energy increases and potential energy becomes 0. So you can see how they convert from potential energy to kinetic energy. So all substances have kinetic energy regardless of their physical state. Solids have the lowest kinetic energy and gases has the greatest kinetic energy. As you increase temperature of the substance, kinetic energy increases. For example, solid has kinetic energy low, liquid has high compared to solid, and gases has very high. Why? Because of the moment of particles in solid is negligible, in liquid is restricted, and in gases is unrestricted. And that's why kinetic energy, temperature, and physical state are all relate to each other. Just like a matter, energy also cannot be created or destroyed. It can be converted from one form to another form. And this is called law of conservation of energy. And there are 6 forms of energy: heat, light, chemical, electrical, mechanical, and nuclear. Here you can see in a chemical change, energy is transformed from one form to another. For example, water and electrical energy, it's called hydrolysis, where hydrogen and oxygen gas produce. That's where energy absorbed. Now, in the reverse of it, hydrogen and oxygen gas, when they combine, it produces water. During that time, energy releases. So basically, law of conservation of energy states that electrical energy absorbed in this reaction equal to heat energy released. So in next slide, we'll talk about summary of this chapter 3.